Hey! Brilinto, man, it's been forever, Brody. How you doing? S-Gun Music, what's goody? Carmelo Anthony is in the building. What does that say? Bill? If I said it wrong, man, my bad. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're gonna get it in tonight, though. We're gonna get it in tonight. It's been a while. I miss y'all. Hopefully the squad shows up tonight. I didn't tell nobody I was streaming. But here we are. So we're gonna get right to it. Can you guys hear me all right? I know I got the music going. It's kind of a weird setup tonight, so I apologize for that. The real DJ Daddy Ice. I mess with that name. What's up, Brody? Welcome. Mellow X Sounds, what's goody? DXRO Metropolis, my guy, what's up? Welcome, welcome. Y'all got to deal with me eating tonight too, because the kid is hungry. I just got done recording a video. Easy money on the track, player. Hey, yo, what's good, Chris? Nah, you're good, player. I haven't even been streaming the last couple weeks. Nah, you're good. I haven't even been streaming the last couple weeks because the Wi-Fi doesn't necessarily always work the greatest. Because we have CenturyLink and that we can't get Cox at this apartment complex. And so in order for me to stream, I have to move like almost all the way into my roommate's streaming section versus being over in my studio area and stuff. But it is what it is. I wanted to do the stream because I hadn't done any streams in a while. And I know you guys like these streams. So I just figured I'm not going to be on all night. I'm only going to be on for like an hour and a half maybe. And then I'm going to log off because the internet's going to start glitching in a little bit, plus my roommate streams and he's got to get to his stream. So and I got to edit the video I just recorded for tomorrow. So but how y'all been, man? I miss y'all. Well, here's the thing. If I get it's the area, I think I'm assuming because I'm new to Phoenix, so the area I'm in is like new, and it's like they probably just don't have all the infrastructure built out for the internet and all that stuff over in this section. Or I don't think that this apartment complex allows Cox because they have a deal with DirecTV. So we get DirecTV for free with rent. So I think that's probably the reason why we can't get Cox. And we have the best CenturyLink that we can get at this place. So is what it is. Too cold, what's good? And I don't want to plug in because if I plug into the box, then I got to run a cord like 15 feet across the apartment. Just a hassle. So it might just be like a month or something like this. And then once we get resituated, then, I'll be back to normally streaming because I didn't quit streaming. I like streaming a lot. I didn't quit. I can't do it. I just don't have the capability. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and open up this email, and we're just gonna get rolling. I apologize again if you guys have to listen to me smacking as I eat into the. I eat. I got a banger coming for y'all tomorrow. I got a few bangers coming from y'all. I got bangers after banger after banger after banger coming actually because it's the end of the year. The end of the year we get to drop a lot of bangers. All of our year in review stuff and so I do have some bangers coming for you guys. All right. Oh, I gotta hide this. Gotta hide this email. Y'all can't see this. Let's move this to. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna start. I got something in from my guy, Easy Money Sniper. Let me go ahead and switch the screen. I'm sorry, I'm working off one computer today because I wasn't tearing down my whole entire. I had to tear down a whole bunch of the studio just to stream like this. I wasn't tearing down everything in order to stream like I normally do. Because I got a camera, I got computer. I mean, I had to do a lot. So, let me switch the screen over real quick. All right, boom. Now we got action. All right, so we're gonna start right up with Easy Money on the track. Viral, what's good? Hey, Viral, I got a homie coming to Seattle. I don't know what month. He told me the month, maybe next month or the month after. I want you guys to link up. He's gonna be the dude who's going to be mixing. You'll see him in a video that I do. He's the dude I talk about who mixes like King ISO, Kevin Gates came to his studio and stuff. He's gonna be out there for a week and he needs to get up with some people. So that, you know, he can make some music and stuff. He's a really good engineer. He raps too. He's a decent rapper. Spitter intro. Let's go.
Yeah. 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 No, I'm about to kill it. Spitter meaning business. Flow gang stupid. Just know I'm going ignorant. If I started, I'ma finish. Give a fuck about these bitches from the booth into the kitchen. I'm all about my digits. You niggas need to listen. I'm playing my position from my birth into the dirt. I was taught this how to get it. Real nigga on a mission. Fuck these bitches, I'm just flipping. Hit the club off from drugs, cup of mud, and I'm sipping. You better keep your distance. And I ain't with that fuck shit. Yeah, it's gonna be a tough lick on that tough shit. Yeah, I said it before. Wrong nigga to fuck with. Neither is a freaking hoe. Plus that bitch bust quick. Man, I does this. Bars be electrified. If you niggas testify, you will be the next to die. I see the throne, I'm next in line. Killing shit every time. Treat money like bitches. Cause I need every dime. Couldn't pick a better time to show up and show out. Every time I go out, just know I keep that pole out. I roll up and I roll out. Smoking on that medicine. Devil on my back, I said fuck that and let them in. Niggas hate I'm better than, but I can't help it. Bars be suicide, so I'm so selfish. It's a new me, you do you, I'ma do me. Fuck haters by my paper, yeah, I'm talking loose leaf. Hey, I'm a true beat, at that neck like cooties. Rap see my vision, yeah, I'm spitting movies. I'm just 2G's, back to the basics. Class by myself, so the room's so spacious. Best just face it, welcome to greatness. Eating up the beat, scrumptious, I can taste it. I'm the one, so you living in the matrix. No lie, had to cut my ties, no laces. Goddamn, Spitter, you ain't have to hit them on they motherfucking head like that. This the motherfucking intro, nigga. You know we about to ride this bitch. Yeah, bloodline.
Easy money.
Yo, who's rapping on that? Is his name Spitter? If his name's Spitter, he should change his name though. There's too many niggas named Spitter. You know what I'm saying? That shit was solid. The mix was hurt. I mean, I'm not even gonna hold you. I feel like the mix on the beat would have been good for a beat battle, but the mix on the beat for vocals, there just wasn't enough room in the beat for the vocals. So the vocals were like, you know, like I always say, you know, the vocals should sit in the mix like this, you know, so they should sit a little forward. So they should sit in the middle of the mix, and they should sit a little forwards because the vocals are the main instrument. But on this track, I'm not, and I can't necessarily tell you if it's the mix or if it's the master. So I don't know if it was the mix on the beat or if it was the master, but I would just clean that up. You know what I'm saying? So I would go back and see if the beat is that distorted when you send it to him. I would just clean it up a little bit so that he can get his vocals to sit in that pocket though. But the beat was flame. Your boy can kick. That dude can rap. I mess with his cadence. I mess with his voice. I mess with the stuff he was talking about. The dude can rap. He can rap. That's a solid. It's a good take too. I just think that the mix is what what hurt it a little bit. But the take was solid too, man. The actual Metropolis, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. RK Bot, same thing, my dude. Thank you for the super chat. I can't rap tonight either, guys. I'm sorry. And I feel bad because I've been rapping a lot lately, man. I've been freestyling my ass off lately, but I don't have the right mic. This mic has a latency, so I'm not going to rap because it's going to be a latency issue. All right, so up next, I got the Extro Metropolis. Let's go. Yeah, you can always send a YouTube link, RK-Bot. You can always send a YouTube link. The only links I don't like is like Spotify because for some odd reason it always freezes my stream. So I just be like YouTube, SoundCloud, and MP3s or whatever. No, you're good. I just been working, man. I've been grinding. I've been knocking out these videos, man. I don't know if you've seen. I've been banging out some videos lately. Just living life, man. Had a fire ass date last night. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, that's why I didn't stream last night, was because I had a date and the Cowboys game was on. So she gets over here and I cook. This is like leftovers from yesterday. So I cook like fajitas and shit. And I'm like, she gets in the door and I'm like, hey, yo, this is like our first date. You know what I'm saying? We hadn't even like, we'd been talking and shit, but we hadn't like hung out ever before. So I'm like, I don't know how to say this, man, but I'm a Cowboys fan. I'm not gonna make you watch the game. If she goes, I'm a Cowboys fan too. Let's watch the game. I said, oh shit, this is gonna be the best Sunday night of my life. And it was. It was. It was. She was straight. She was straight. She was pretty. She's pretty. I mean, she wasn't like, I'm not insulting anybody. She was all right. She's all right. She's all right. She's cool. Yo, Dave killed you with that Ligma, my dude. I seen that yesterday or maybe today and I was dying. I was like, you can't be hitting the youngins with the Ligma or any of that shit. That was just too funny for me. But let's go ahead and keep the party rolling. Missed y'all, man. For real, for real. Stream touch the sky. I like that stutter. But here, so here's something. Let me give you, Diectro. You should start automating your piano because it sounds like on this piano that the low end frequencies are all scooped out. And I know that's the advice that a lot of YouTube producers give you is to cut all the low frequencies out so your 808 and everything can sit in there. But you need to automate that so that when you automate it, and the spots where there's no bass and there's no 808 and there's no drum, I guess I should have listened to the whole intro before I gave this analysis. But if you automate that EQ cut, then at the beginning, it won't sound like the piano's so weak. And in the spots where you take the drums out, it won't sound like the piano's so weak and so thin because you've left the low end frequencies there when the 808's not there, if that makes sense. I like that panning too, though. This is my favorite part. This is my favorite part of the whole beat right here. I would like this part at the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Let me finish listening to the beat and I'll get my thoughts. I feel like you made the beat backwards, my dude. I feel like you should have made the beat the other way around. But let me listen. Like your arrangement, I feel like you should flip your arrangement a little bit. Like I feel like this part right here, I feel like this should be the first drop. I could be wrong though, but that's just my thoughts. But let's keep going. Yeah, I feel like this could be the drop. Drop something like this, and then after you let this play out for a little bit, you get into this part, and then like you let this be like a little break. So you know how like since you're saying it's EDM, like you know how most EDM music has like that 35, 45 second like part where it's not really the beats hitting, but it's just like a bunch of stuff going, and then bam, it drops again. I feel like if you have your little intro, have this as the drop, then play this for a little bit, and then come back to this part, and then finish it with this, like drop it out with this again. Let me listen some more. This part's really hard though. This shit is really hard right here, my dude. So I do feel like you should do what I said with that piano or find a different piano, because the piano gets lost too. And I knew it was going to get lost because it was so thin sounding, but it kind of got lost, like in the beat when you're playing it and stuff. So I would just maybe fix that part. There was another part that I wanted to comment on. Yeah, I would use this part as like a break part, because you have like, the beat's not bad. So for me personally, the second half of the beat is where the beat shines. That's the shining of the beat. But the listener has to wait. Like 2 minutes before they get to the heart and soul of the beat. So you have to think, is the listener gonna want to listen this whole time just to get to that drop in 2 minutes? So that's why I was like, you should probably move that part to the beginning, because that's the most interesting part of the beat, and you can still utilize it later. You can flip it in, you can flip it out, and so on and so forth. So as far as the mix, I don't think that the mix was bad, but again, I would like to hear those changes with the piano. You could personally send it to me too, dude, or wherever, through email or IG or whatever, man. You can definitely resend it to me, and I'll check it out again. But just make those changes and send it back to me, and I'll give you my thoughts. Just whenever you finish it, send it to me, my dude. You know how to get a hold of me, DXtro, so just get a hold of me, my dude, and I got you. All right, RK Bot, man, I would have just copied and pasted, my dude. It wasn't that big of a deal, man. Like, I know sometimes I be like on go mode, and I'd be like, man, you need to do, whatever it is and shit. But like, when you be here every single week and you don't mess up, if you mess up one time, I'm not gonna be mad. You have a few times to mess up before I get mad at you. But if you mess up like 17 times on the same stream, I reserve the right to get mad. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, friends, that whole incident that one night. Still love that dude to death. Hope he's doing well. But here's this right here. Let's go. Artifacts. Use it. I bet the beat's fire though. This sounds like the beginning of a 70s porno. Hey, girl. Dude, I like the vibe of this. So like, I like the vibe of this, but I can tell you why he didn't use it on his mixtape, because that's a hard beat to catch. Like, this is more so something like, you should try to get this to Bam. And so Bam can, like, you know how his wife be doing that spoken word on tracks? I feel like that's what this kind of beat is, because I wouldn't have been able to rap on this beat. You know, I'll rap on anything. Well, you know, unless it's like gonna cause me to rap triplet freestyle. I don't like freestyling triplets. But like, this would be perfect for some spoken word, or for like an intro. You know, like on a CD, mixtape, album, or whatever. Like, this is the intro, and give some like deep, like Kendrick Lamar-esque, you know, intro where it's all over the place. And, you know, I mean, you're just talking about wild ass shit and butterflies in the sky. I can see twice as high. Just take a look. It's in a book. The Reading Rainbow. You know what I'm saying? But just something like that. You know, like, let me see. Let me play it. You know what I'm saying? It'd be like, butterflies in the sky. I can see twice as high. The Reading Rainbow. You know what I'm saying? tell me, oh, yeah, see, that's fire. I don't know why he didn't use that as an intro. I'd use this shit as an intro, because that shit's fire. Super fire, my dude. Where's the interlude? Like, as you go, because you know how, like, you gotta kind of have interludes when you go from, like, hypey songs into, like, slower songs? That would be good for, like, an interlude or some shit like that. So, like, when you go from a hypey song into, like, you know, your reflection song or whatever song it is that you have deep emotions or whatever on your CD, that would be a good transition to flip into that too as well. All right. Right, real good spoken word poetry to that. Up next, I got Chris. Chris, I'm sorry, dude. My apologies. It's all good. I got you, Chris. I'm still gonna give Chris a level 3. I don't give a fuck, because I can do what I want. I'm gonna give him a skip, because he went level 3 so that he could get the free skip every week. But I haven't been streaming like I'm supposed to be streaming every week. So he has paid his money already. I'm not a thief. I'm not trying to be corrupt or anything like that. I'm pretty sure you guys can tell it's been an issue with the internet, because you guys have been watching the streams and it's been glitchy. Otherwise, I mean, y'all already know me. I'm gonna stream every motherfucking Wednesday, every Friday, and every Saturday, because that's what I do. Or every Sunday, that's what I do. But yeah, I'm gonna give you that super chat anyway, Chris, because I can do what I want. Hey, I need you to message me too, Chris, about what we've been talking about. I'm ready. I'm ready. I got some tracks ready to send over to you. This shit sounds wild. The sound selection, though. This shit is dope. That shit is bad, dude. Coming back on this break is tough. That little noise is fire too. Yo, y'all got me dying in the comments tonight too. Somebody said I'm a product of the 80s. I definitely am a product of the 80s. I'm an 80s baby. I don't know if you want what I'm smoking on. I don't really like what I'm smoking on right now. I'm smoking on some, what is this shit? Hold on, I'm gonna grab it real quick. Yeah, I'm gonna need a refill by the end of the stream anyway. Yeah, I don't know if you want any of this stuff, man. It's called Fusion Days Fusion. It's like raspberry, green apple, and watermelon, and it's menthol, it's freeze. But I just don't like it. It's not that good. It's like it's just I don't know, the flavor is just too much. I don't know which one of the flavors is too much. I like this one though. This blueberry, raspberry, lemon ice. I like stuff like blueberry, strawberry, stuff like that with like lemon ice and stuff. Taking a few days off of the Arizona smoke though. You can get lost in that shit. So as far as that beat though, Chris, my thoughts were when I initially heard it, all the sounds are fire. So your sound selection on that beat was fire. My initial thought was, I was like, this reminds me of like you know how somebody's walking in a movie and they're looking around corners and they're trying to see if they're being followed or they're being chased, or even in their car or whatever, and they're just trying to be precautious. Then like when the beat picks up is when whoever's following them rolls right up on them and shit. So, you know what I'm saying? Like to get close to them and shit, but they can't see them. You know what I'm saying? Because they're still walking, but that person who's stalking them, they're getting closer and closer and closer as the beat intensifies. And then the person starts looking around as the beat settles down, and he calms back into the fray, you know? There's something like that, you know? I just feel like it's a good little beat that would build some some tension in a movie, you know what I mean? But I don't even think the mix on that was bad. I think the mix on that is good. Oh yeah, this couch. What's a couch? It's pretty dope. It's my roommate's, obviously, but it's got this little thing in the middle. So like the middle part folds down, then you got cup holders and a table and shit. That shit is fire. I love that. All right. So up next, make sure we hit that like button one time for your guy. Does it hurt? Brilinto. I can't wait to hear this. Let's go. Yo, you knew I was gonna say some shit. You weren't even gonna let the beat breathe. Like whoever made the beat, no intro, and you're like, I'm not even gonna let that shit breathe. We're on this shit right away, dog. We mean business. Let's go. Already talking that shit.
Murder like a Michael. I think I feel a little psycho. I think I need me a Harley. No doubt I'm motorcycle. Stack my money like that Eiffel. Grip the knots like Kung Fu, yeah. Yeah, you already know. I didn't find my flow. From here on I flow, yeah. Keep it 100 like dope. Close to clean, I call it soap. Animal, but I am still not a go. I know, so don't come around and provoke. Call that go dynamite, the way she blow, yeah.
I'm not even gonna hold you, Brilinto. You're 100 times doper than this beat. So this song limited itself out with the beat. You know what I mean? So if I were you, I would find another beat. I would take my vocals off this beat and I would find another beat. So like sorry, I started fucking with my camera and but I would scrap this shit. You know what I'm saying? I would scrap that beat. I would find a harder beat and I would put those vocals on the beat. I'm gonna listen to the rest of it or some more of it. But if you like, let's say, sorry, I fucked up. Yeah, I fucked this shit up. I gotta turn my camera off. I'm going real quick. But like, so what I'm saying is basically, if you're looking for a 10, the beat caps this song. It can be no higher than a 7. You know what I'm saying? Because the beat is holding back your vocals. Let me finish this.
Come on, give me all that dough.
But I think the vocals are off because the beat doesn't have a cohesive rhythm. So that's what I feel like he was trying to catch the beat, but he couldn't. Because Brilinto is dope. He's fucking one of the dopest artists who comes on this channel. This dude always sends over some fire stuff. That's why I stopped it so early, because I've heard so much of this dude's music and I'm a fan. I'm sincerely a fan. Like when I be telling y'all that shit, I ain't joking. I'm sincerely a fan. So I give you a perspective of a listener, of an old person, and as a fan. So.
Suck me until she foam, put me this lit like styrofoam. Listen, I can get you right for the right price. Oh yeah, I can put you on, get you high, yeah. R. Kelly with it, I believe you can fly. Get you with 30, don't worry, I can have you touching the skyline. Get you the cash in a hurry, like on my bills really is behind. I didn't care like a German, that big gon' sing like this name Mariah. Not the scientist, but I be mixing these flows like a chemist. All in that bitch, brother, I feel like the dentist. Hitting that bitch back to back like it's tennis. I know that she got a man.
Let me see something real quick. I want to find.
Mixed feelings about you. Get mixed feelings about you. I got mixed feelings of.
Well, my dude goes hard though. So, but I guess my thoughts on that song are, my dude, you do good work. You do good music. You have good vocals. You get good mixes. I just feel like that song for me isn't the one. I could be old. I am old, and I could be. I am old. And maybe it's just my oldness. And now I'll take that. But I just feel like you are a very, very, very talented man. Find a different beat and then get that shit right. You know what I'm saying? Andy Wilson, what's good? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'll come back to it, Brilinto. Just remind me here in about 20 minutes and I'll go to it right now. You said go to Mixed emotion. Brilinto, send me a link. Send me a link to something that you've already sent that I liked. I could probably just Google that shit or just search my box, but I'm not going to. All right, thanks for the super chat, Andy Wilson. I appreciate you. You are up, and we will get you some feedback. Go. I'm gonna need y'all to hit that like button one time though for the kid. 22 of y'all in here. We got 11 likes. I like that though. I like this shit too for the intro. This shit sounds like it's about to be wild. I like that shit though. Oh shit, this motherfucker went and got the trap drill or the drill drum, the drill hi-hats on us. I like that. You should have kept that drill all the way out though. I wish you would have kept those drill hi-hats in all the way up until right, you know, here or whatnot, and then that kind of goes, then drop. That should have been dope. But the beat was straight. My issue with the beat, I don't want to say my issue with the beat because I don't want to sound like that. My suggestion would be to find another bass. That was the one thing I feel like was like kind of clogging up the mix. Like I feel like the bass just wasn't the right bass for the song. But I feel like all those noises that you had going, like the building the tension at the beginning and then letting the tension go for a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Like, so like, you know, you start off like right here and then you're building tension, then you release some of the tension and then you start the beat right here a little bit. I might have liked to see the drop right here, but I get that it's electronic music and you guys stretch it out a little bit. So I'm not going to complain about that because again, it's not my genre. I don't get to make rules for genres. I understand that. But I just feel like this bass, it could have just been a better bass. Because when it finally did drop, when it finally dropped, it's like the drop was a little bit disappointing because it didn't hit as hard as it should have. And what's jacked up to say that is that the new era of like hip hop ruined that for me. You know, because before you didn't used to have hard drops. You know, you can just have a beat start, play it, you know, whatever. But like now in like 2022, you got to have that super strong build up into a super strong drop. So it's more impactful. And it's unfortunate, but it's just the way that it is. Aeon and Vera, what's good, bro? And I said it right tonight. Thanks for the super chat, my dude. I appreciate you. But not a bad beat, Andy. I don't want you to, you know, I probably shouldn't have to say this because I don't be an asshole, but I don't want y'all to be leaving like I'm trying to tear you apart because I feel like you have really good elements. You have some really good elements. It's just about getting those elements to hit right at the right time, finding that right bass. You don't have to do that with the drill hi-hats. I'm a hip hop head. I make drill beats. I make trap beats. So when I heard those fucking drill hi-hats hit, that shit for me was everything, you know, because it's like, oh, I can relate to this part of the beat a lot. So, you know, you do got some good pieces there. You have a good base to start with, you know. If it was some gumbo, you got a nice little roux to start that fucking pot with. All right, up next, I got Aeon and Vera up with a super chat. Appreciate you, my guy. Let's go. That noise is fire. What's going on with these drums, my guy? Yeah, the horns are going stupid. Let's see. Does that say Phyllis? Phyllis, all you gotta do in order to submit is either click on the pinned message up top or hop into the description, and I have the email address there, sumnsumnsumnhitsubmit@gmail.com, but it's at the pin to the top of the chat, and it's also in the description for you. So on this one, for me, my guy, I like the beat. The mix needs a little bit of work. I feel like at the beginning, cut those drums out, you know, because kicks are cool, obviously, but a kick and then a bunch of kick rolls with no snare, it's just an awkward pattern. So it's hard for you to get a groove when you don't have that clap, you don't have that snare, but you have a whole bunch of kick drums going. And yes, I know that we do take out snares and let kicks go for a little bit and stuff like that. But in the intro, we're just not sure where the beat's going. I would just cut that out. That horn noise by itself is enough to keep somebody listening to the beat, because that horn noise made the beat. I mean that horn noise was fire. With the mix, it feels like the mix is like super dense. No. Let me run that back. So like with the horns sound super wide, and then a lot of the other stuff sounds super dense. So it feels like on the mix, it's not balanced. So like, and then with like the 808 on the drum, it's being drowned out by the other noises, because the flip effect of what I said earlier about the gentleman who EQ'd all the frequencies out of his piano up to 150 or 200, and then it was like thin when there was nothing else playing but the piano. This is the opposite effect of that. So when you have a bunch of sounds and they're all taking up that 100 hertz, 120 hertz, 80 hertz frequency range, then it's not letting your 808 come through like it should. So the bass isn't hitting through on the track like it should. But you do have a fucking fire ass beat on your hand. You just got to mix it better. You definitely got a fire beat. I mean, you hear everybody in here talking about those horns and all this other stuff. You got a fire beat, my dude. You just gotta get it mixed a little bit. Bam! Thanks for the super chat, my dude. I just told RK Bot he needed to send you this beat so your wife can do a spoken word on that shit. All right, let's get to the next one. Bam, you are up on the super chat. Thank you again for that, my dude. I appreciate you. Didn't skip you tonight. I got you. Beat for Joe. Let's go, Joe. What's up, Kari? Hey, hold up. I gotta say what's up to my man Jay James, my man John. That's one of my day ones. That's my first barber. You know what I'm saying? That's my dude. I'm gonna need y'all to tag John and say what's up in the chat. Tag my dude J James, say what's up. I've been doing music and messing with this dude for decades, my dude. That's my guy. That's my guy. All right, let's go. Hey, I love those. I love that melody. I would have liked to drop, you know, but oh yeah. This shit got hard though. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. This shit is dope. A lot of things that I like though, with a nice bow. This shit is fire. This shit is fire, bro. Yo, what you doing with that beat, my dude? What you doing with that beat and who you collabing on that beat with? Is that gonna be for our EP? I'm just saying, that beat was fire. Bro, that's the most dope beat that you don't ever send, Bam. I mean, you sing good beats. I like your music, my dude, but that is the most fire beat that I have ever heard you make. Dude, that beat's like the soundtrack to my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, just going at your own pace through life, just in a good mood, happy, smiling, and shit like that, man. It's a super solid beat. Somebody said pull the horns forward, but I feel like the mix was I feel like the mix was perfect. I feel like that's where you'd want the horns, because somebody's gonna rap or sing on there. So you start turning up too many more instruments, it's gonna be hard to mix that beat, or it's gonna be hard to make that vocal sit the way that the vocal should sit with the beat. But dude, that beat was fucking fire, my dude. Fire. I had to time out Cunyo. Look, I'm not trying to be an asshole, but you have to realize that in the time that I played Bam's song, You sent 7 messages asking for me to play your song. You have to keep in mind that this is a place for everybody to share. So when somebody else is sharing their art, it's not fair for you to spam the comment section trying to take the focus off of that artist and put the focus onto you. That's not fair. That's not cool. You need to be respectful to all the other people in here. You know, like there's links, 2 different places on this video on where you can submit your music. The only way we skip lines is if you super chat. If you don't want to super chat, I'm not forcing anybody to. I haven't asked anybody to super chat this whole video, but people have, and I do appreciate it more than any of you guys will ever realize. But that's just the way that it is. I'm not trying to sound like an asshole or a jerk. Respect everybody in the stream, and everybody in the stream will be more than happy to respect you, work with you, collaborate with you, do all that other stuff. All right, so up next I got Old Man Banta. Keith, man, I appreciate again the super chat, my dude. Appreciate you. And then I need you to also realize too, since I'm here, so you're the last person who submitted to the stream. All of these other people have submitted, and they want their music to be played too. So they've been here since the stream started. Sometimes we just gotta chill a little bit. Sometimes we just gotta chill, you know? Sometimes chilling will get us where we want to be. You know what I mean? Oh, shit. Yes, sir. Let me check this out. Yeah, it's been good, man. It's just I would be on more. It's just the internet. I do want to start streaming earlier, though. Oh, shit. You made a video. This motherfucker made a video. What the fuck, man? This dude. dude. Dude, what the fuck you make that what'd you make that video out of, my dude? Like, I thought when you were like, oh, I made a video for this shit, it was gonna be like some Z game editor shit, or it was gonna be like, you know, just a picture and shit, like some artwork in the back. Nah, this man made a full video with a dude driving, going through time changes from a young kid to an old man and shit. Like, that was pretty dope. That reminds me, I mean, obviously it reminds me of some, you know, some 80s music, some Weekend, you know, now obviously, you know, that Miami sound. Just every time I hear something that sounds like that and I see those colors, it just reminds me of like Miami. I need to blow my nose, but there's no tissue around. I'm probably getting up again. The mix was clean. Sound selection was good. I mean, it was just overall solid. Video was top tier. I mean, I don't have any negative critiques, my dude. That shit was all good. That shit was all good. O-Tune, what's good? I think I said what's up to Cole, but if I didn't, what's good? Fox Maven, welcome. Music Hurts. I don't know if I said what's up to you, bro, but welcome. Yam Beats, what's good? Welcome. I'm gonna need you to chill, Kanye. I'm too old for you to be telling me you're a lonely man. I'm too old for that shit, man. We're all lonely, you know what I'm saying? Just it'll be all right, man. It'll be all right. You just gotta chill though. You gotta chill. That's why I did it to you, because you didn't want to chill. I'm gonna do it again if you don't want to chill too. All right, so up next. I'm too old for that shit. Mello, I'm gonna talk about you, Mello. Next time, don't put the link in the title of the email. Drop that link in the fucking description area, because it won't let me, you know, obviously you can see I have to like copy and paste it. Just you know, be like, this is my submission, and then pop the link into the description. Under the Christmas tree. Let's go. Dude, that's a good sounding Christmas song, but the mix could use a little bit of work, because it's like it's super. So like all the melodic pieces could probably come down a little bit more, and then once the melodic pieces come through, it'll allow your drums to shine a little bit more. I feel like what happened in the mix of this beat was that you started with your mix and the melodic pieces were just too loud. So in order to compensate, you turn the drums up even more. So I'm sure that this beat is sitting at like 1 or like, you know, it's 0. It's sitting at probably 0 dB. It's probably maximized all the way out. But it doesn't have to be like that because it's a Christmas beat. So since it's a Christmas beat, it can be nice and chill. The drums don't have to like smack super hard on a Christmas beat because it's a Christmas beat. It's something that somebody's gonna listen to, you know, Christmas morning or Christmas Eve or something like that. And niggas ain't, you know what I'm saying, ain't knocking no Christmas jams. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't never rolled down the stairs and a nigga had fucking all I want for Christmas is you, baby, bumping that fucking, you know, loud decibels, knocking pictures off the wall and shit, you know? No, it's at like a cool, calm, nestling, you know, level where you can hear the fire crackling still and all that other stuff because it's just the feeling of the season. You know what I mean? So I would just work on those few things. But the beat's nice. Overall, if you get those things fixed, the beat will be nice. So I know a lot of y'all are new. Some of y'all have already seen this. First and foremost, thank you, Perk Dog, for the super chat. I got you up next. It's too cold in the stream. I got you right after him. But I'm going to play this Christmas beat I made last year. So I did a video last year. Did terrible. But I made this little Christmas beat. And I remixed Miss Christmas. And I'm only going to play this because he just played a Christmas song. Got 2 more seconds. In this.
Santa's coming to town.
Oh my God! Santa here? I know him. I know him.
So that's basically the breakdown of the remix of this Christmas that I did. Obviously, I'm going to play the whole beat out at the next one. Peace. Here we go.
Santa's coming to town.
Santa! Oh my God! Santa here? I know him. I know him.
But you know, I'm not, again, it's not a competition. I'm not comparing. Should it be maybe better than mine? I don't know. But I just played that because if you listen to a lot of my beats, I typically do make my drums smack. So like they may not be smacking hard as like, you know, like an Ed Talenti or something, because again, I'm a little bit older. I know what I like. I know what I like to rap over. But you can see on this beat, I pulled the bass and I pulled the drums all the way down because it's a Christmas beat, you know? You just chill, you vibe to that shit, you know what I'm saying? It's just something that you listen to as you open presents Christmas morning. So up next, I do got a Perk audio with the super chat. Thank you so much. No, no problem. No problem. You know, it's funny, man. I didn't know your real name was Charles. I think you told me that's my real name too. We got the same first name. I'm still calling your ass Mellow every time you come to the stream, because I do what I want. And then maybe even I guess I can't remember if you had any like nestling, or find some Christmas sounds to throw in there, sprinkle in there too, with some ear candy. Like find some little jingling, find some little like fire crackling and shit like that, and throw it in there, and it'll make. Dude, it'll take that beat all the way to the next level because it make you feel like Christmas. You know, those little things are what makes it feel like Christmas, you know? Perk dog. Listen to when I look into your eyes. Are you telling me something, Perk? Let's go. This shit is flame. This is a nice piece of art. Yeah. Yo, like right here, you should have some shit where it's like, this isn't gonna match up because there's latency. Never shoulda let you go. Never shoulda let you go. I never shoulda let you go. Let you go. Let you go. I looked into your eyes and then I let you go. You know, some shit like that would be fire. Just over and over again there. That shit would be dope. I got you, Perk. Yeah, it's fire. I got you, Perk. Just send me the beat. Just send me the beat, and I'll figure it out. Send me the beat. I'll figure it out, and I'll send you something. I might send you a couple of different things because it's not hard. It's just a chant. So I might send you a couple of different things, and then you can just use whatever you want. I don't care how you mix it in there or whatever. Just do whatever you want with it. It's fine. My thoughts on this shit was fire. Like, this shit was fire. I wasn't expecting Bam to come out singing, and then all of a sudden, bam, there he is singing. You know what I'm saying? So, very nice collaboration, fellas. Very nice collaboration. And what's funny is like, so you know, we all have our genres. We all have the shit that we focus on and what we love. And if this would have been a typical, like, if this would have been an R&B song, I would have been like, you got to turn Bam's vocals up so that they sit in the front of the beat. But I feel like since this is more of like, you know, electronic music and EDM music, that his vocals should, you got to be kidding me. Tampa Bay just scored a touchdown at the end of the game to win this shit with like no time on the clock. You got to be kidding me. Sorry. I know y'all weren't here for that. But like normally in a track, you know, you want the vocals to sit forward, but I love how Bam's vocals sit on this track because it like blends in, and it's like, yes, our voices are an instrument, but it really feels like it's an instrument that you're using in this beat, and it just sounds fire. The mix is super clean too. But your mixes are always super clean, you know? Good song. Roommate's got a chinchilla. This nigga's cool. Like his cage is like literally, I can like reach it. And they'd be like super cool because like I didn't really know how like chinchillas were and shit. Like watching him eat, this motherfucker be eating like a human and shit. He'd be like grabbing his food out of his bowl and then eating that shit like this, looking at you. You know what I'm saying? That shit's kind of cool. That whole shit looked kind of pause-ish. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pause out that whole interaction. All right. Yeah, I'm in Phoenix now, Perk dog. I'm in Phoenix, but we haven't left yet. We're in this apartment still. Probably still be here for a month or two. But yeah, I moved. I've been moved. I moved October 25th. I've been here for a month and almost a half now at this point. Yeah, I didn't want to, but you know, it is what it is. My kids live in Vegas, and you know, my buddy Hijack kind of needed a caregiver, so it just worked out best for both of us. You know, worked out good for me, worked out good for him. I'm like 3 hours away from my kids instead of a all-day flight. You know. All right, up next I got Too Cold. Before I play Too Cold, I gotta go grab some tissue, y'all. I've been like over here like sniffling, trying not to snot all over myself. I'm like a couple of seconds away from snotting all over myself. So I'm just gonna play a little beat real quick while I go to the restroom. Go get some tissue, blow my nose. Probably refill my drink too real quick. Let's go. Let's see if I got a beat hanging out somewhere that. Oh, I think I do. Ah. All right, I'm back. You know what's crazy about this football game is with like 4 minutes left in the game, Tampa Bay was down by like 13 points. This dude, Tom Brady, does what Tom Brady does. Crazy. All right, up next, I got 2 Cole on the super chat. Thank you. Oh, and I meant to say, Phyllis, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you. I got you up right after Cole. Cole got in right before you did. Okay. This Rage. I was like, does this shit say reggae? You making reggae beats now? Like the filter sweep? Yeah, man, Cole. So I liked all the melodic pieces. I feel like the mix on that's a little rough, but I feel like the mix is rough because of the bass that you used. I wasn't necessarily a fan of that bass. I feel like that bass was just. I feel like the bass didn't fit in with the beat right. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like the bass took away from everything else that you had going on in the beat because you wanted to make it look. It sounds like you wanted to make it a rage beat, but it just sounds like a trap beat. So I would just grab a regular ass 808 and throw in a regular ass 808 on there, and it'll make it go from being like a pretty good beat to like a fucking fire ass beat. You know, because it just is what it is. Sometimes I'm like I'm the main person who tells y'all I can't really sit down and like be like. I mean, of course I can make a trap beat if I'm gonna make a trap beat. Of course I can make a drill beat if I'm gonna make a drill beat. But I can't be like, I'm about to make this dark ass drill beat and it's gonna be epic and all this shit because it's gonna come out like some fucking R&B drill beat. You know what I'm saying? I can't do that. But I can recognize when a beat goes from being what I want it to be to what it should be. And at that point, then I make adjustments and then I just finish the beat because at the end of the day, it doesn't have to be a rage beat. It doesn't have to be a trap beat. It doesn't have to be a drill beat. It doesn't have to be a lo-fi beat. It doesn't have to be any. It doesn't have to be any beat in specific. It just has to be your beat, if that makes sense. So maybe the name of the beat was just rage as well. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it wasn't, or maybe it wasn't an attempt at a rage beat. I don't know. I guess I could have assumed there. Yeah, I just looked over at the screen and said, "Nah, rage is just the name." So yeah, it's a solid trap beat then. But I would find another 808. A Zay 808 would fit perfect on that beat, man. Because you have all the right elements. The guitar's fire, chords are fire, your drum pattern straight. It just needs the right base. Oh, and somebody said, hey, Eric, I'm glad you popped in, Eric. Glad you got that break. Fox Maverick, I thought I said what's up, but in case I didn't, I seen your comment. You said, NCAA, where's all the hype at? Where's all the hype at? I'm coming. I'm coming. That's where all the hype is at right now. I'm coming. I'm coming. They coming. I'm bringing some luggage with me, and it's Louis. I'm coming. You know what I'm saying? And if y'all don't know, I'm not even gonna pause that shit. We don't pause Deion Sanders. I was pausing him yesterday. We don't pause Deion. You know what I'm saying? That's where all the hype is right now. I don't even care about the NCAA playoffs right now. I'm a Nebraska fan, and go Georgia. I rock the Bulldogs too, because I lived in Georgia. I'm not the type of dude who's gonna hate on any team in the state that I live in because I chose to live in that state. Why would I be a hater? So I fuck with the Dogs, even though I don't live there anymore. I lived there for 4 years. I got to experience a national championship living in Georgia. Go Dogs. But we're going to talk about college football right now. We're going to talk about Deion, and I'm coming. I'm a Nebraska fan, and we hate Colorado, and Deion got me hyped to watch Colorado football. You know what I'm saying? So that's where all the hype's at, man. I've been watching Deion clips all day, working on this video, and fucking me and my roommate been watching Deion clips all day, watching the interview. I don't know if y'all saw that shit where he went and sat down in front of the kids and was basically like, y'all motherfuckers might as well hop in the portal now. He told the whole football team, get y'all shit and get out of my locker room. I ain't never heard a coach roll into a college football locker room with, 50 athletes or whatever and just be like, I'm coming. I got luggage coming with me. Some of y'all ain't gonna be here. Hop y'all ass in the portal now. I ain't saving none of you motherfuckers, So I think that was like the dopest shit ever. Because a lot of people are like, well, it was a little rough, he's talking to these college kids and blah, 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 blah. And it's like, okay, you may be right. It may be a little rough because he's talking to college kids or whatnot. But in that same respect, those college kids didn't care enough to work hard and be better than fucking 1 in 10. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if you're Deion and you're coming to Colorado, I would just take my chances of recruiting at transfer portal and just bringing in new people and get all those motherfuckers out of there who were losing 61 to fucking 10, 49 to 3. Them motherfuckers you ain't turning them around. You ain't turning them around. He coming, get them out of here, Yeah, I was in Atlanta for 4 years. I just moved to Phoenix like a month and a half ago. Yeah, I got it, but I just got a bunch of super chats. I still gotta go super chats before I can go back to that song, Brilinto. JRD, all right, bet. Let me see where you're at in the I'll have you up right after you're third up on the super chats. What? All right, so up next, I have Phyllis, and then let me just scroll back through this real quick, make sure I don't miss anybody. I got Phyllis. I wish Seskis was here. I owe Seskis a play. Seskis, if you're out there and you hear me, man, I owe you a play. I ain't forget, man. Next time you hop in here, you got a super chat on me. Oh, guess I got to switch my screens. Y'all probably don't want to just stare at my ugly mug in this sketchy lighting. All right. Hold on. I gotta look at this shit. I don't know if this was an accident or not. Did you send me an invoice? What gives me an invoice for? I'm not paying that invoice. I'm assuming that was on accident. Like you didn't mean to send that to me. I ain't paying that shit. So I'm just letting you know. I don't know if you're. I don't know what service you're charging me for, but I ain't paying for that shit, motherfucker. No, I'm just playing. But let's go. there's a lot going on. So there's a lot going on with these drums. It's like the drums don't really match the melody. All right, so no, I wasn't falling asleep. I was closing my eyes because I was visualizing what I thought could make the beat better. And it's just easier to close your eyes and just listen, you know? So for me, like somebody mentioned, it feels like it's two different beats. I feel like all the melodic pieces go together well. I don't feel like I heard anything that was out of key, but it's the little things with the perks and the kick pattern is what makes it feel like it's two different beats. Or it's like you have a good drum pattern and you have a good sample, you know, a whole melodic piece put together, a sample plus the pieces that you put together with that sample. So that's fire and the drums are fire, but together they don't mesh well. But I feel like you could still get away with using a lot of these percussion elements. So I feel like the hi-hats will still work. Turn them down though, because you got a chill beat. So since this is a chill beat, I don't know if you want to call it, it's not really necessarily lo-fi, it's more R&B-ish, boom bap-ish. You need to turn those hi-hats down because it's not a trap beat. So the hi-hats don't have to be going super ham because that's not the kind of beat that you made. The kick pattern is a little much. So you have too many kicks hitting and they're not hitting hard, and neither is the bass. So you have a lot going on with your sample and your melodic pieces, but then you don't have your bass and your kick are like non-existent, because it's like, as Curtis King would say, he'd call them nipple drums. You know what I'm saying? It sounds like you're flicking your nipple. You know what I'm saying? And again, no insult. You know, we all use certain drums. But if you're going to use that drum, then you need to probably send it to a bus, put some kind of shaper on there, some kind of transient shaper on there. And then you need to sidechain it to the 808 so the kick hits. Because if you're going to have a soft kick, that's fine. But the kick still needs to be present when it hits. And I feel like if you take a few of those out, it'll work. whatever perk you put that halftime on, that has to go, because where it's sitting at in the pattern, that's part of what's making the drum pattern fall off. So you got those super busy drums and a beat that shouldn't have busy drums. And then that little halftime noise, it makes everything sound off because you have so many perks and so much going on in a beat that really doesn't need anything. The sample should be the star of this beat. The sample should be the star of the beat. And then everything else should build around that sample, because the sample is the hardest part of your beat. So, those are my thoughts. I don't think the beat is bad, but I think the combination of the drums and the melody together aren't good. So up next, I have a Cash App from Joe. Let's go. Cool. Song me and my friend made together. I produced and wrote it, and he's singing it. It's cool. SoundCloud. Love the channel, man. I love you too, man. Appreciate you. Without y'all, there is no channel, man. So I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all just as much. Y'all don't even know. I probably appreciate y'all more than y'all appreciate me, and you'll never know it. You'll never know it, but I really do.
Thunderstruck. Adjective. Shocked and amazed by the power of...
I didn't ask you none of that shit, motherfucker. Y'all running ads, but y'all can't even afford to run the 2022 SoundCloud rap. I'm gonna need y'all to get it together, SoundCloud. You know, that's a story for another day. Let's go ahead.
You just stay in my head. I've been thinking it's time for you to listen. That maybe it's me the reason you're misled. It's been a minute, but it's time for me to realize that I can't be running around and feeling shit that I don't really think I'm supposed to feel. I can't be running around. I can't even tell the difference between a fake and real. It's every night I go on to think of how this shit ain't right. It's every time I start to see how these things just can't be justified. If it's wrong, it feels right. I just want you out of sight. Tell me wrong too many times, I can't be acting polite. You can't stay another night, I need you gone before it's bright. Got this bitch singing my song, every line she recites. Why won't you tell me why I've got to take this chance with you? I just don't understand, and that's why I can't be running around and feeling shit that I don't really think I'm supposed to feel. I can't be running around. I can't even tell the difference between a fake and real. I can't be running around and feeling shit that I don't really think I'm supposed to feel. I can't be running around. I can't even tell the difference between a fake and real. I guess it's safe to say that I ain't the man that I used to be. No, times have changed, and I just can't believe that I let it all go. I knew this shit would happen from the start of it all. Damn, these people be so heartless, but it's still all my fault. Why won't you tell me why I've got to take this chance with you? I just don't understand, and that's why I can't be running around and feel shit that I don't really think I'm supposed to feel. I can't be running around. I can't even tell the difference between a fake and real. I can't be running around and feel shit that I don't really think I'm supposed to feel. I can't be running around. I can't even tell the difference between a fake and real. It's just a small town girl, but she didn't know nothing. No, she didn't know nothing. No, in a small town world where the walls are caving in, the walls are caving in.
Yo.
Whoa, get it!
Yo. Hey, this motherfucker said, you gonna tell me when you listen to my music. You ain't played my song yet? Damn, I'm not playing your song now. I'm not gonna be a dick today and ban you from the channel. I'm not gonna play your song. Like you're not up in queue yet, my dude. I'm playing songs in order, and the people's songs that I'm playing are super chatting. And so I'm gonna play the people who are super chatting because they're supporting the channel. So it's like, I'm not playing it. What's my guy's name? Kanyo, I am not playing your song tonight because you haven't even offered one piece of positive critique or negative critique or any kind of critique. You haven't offered anything to anybody. You're simply here for you. You know what I'm saying? You're only here for me to, and I get it, that's fair, but it's not fair for you to spam my chat after I told you to stop and everything already. Cut that shit out. I'm gonna ban you if you keep going, Like if you this community is all about giving. So I do a whole bunch of giving and I ain't got to do shit. I ain't got to give nothing, but I give. So since I give, I expect for people in my community to give. And giving is something in this situation like this, giving is something so easy as feedback. You don't even want to give feedback. You want feedback, but you don't want to give nobody feedback. All right, sorry about that, guys. I don't be trying to be an asshole, but I'm an old school battle rapper, so I can be an asshole if I have to. Lotto, you are up next. No, I lied. Sagan, you are up next. Let's go. Oh, no. I'm so sorry. Let me get the critiques on that. My apologies. See, that's what happens when y'all be spamming the chat. You get me off track and I don't give the fair feedback that I need to give to the person who needs the feedback. So my dude, on that, I like the song a lot. I liked it a lot. I feel like for me though, I seen Keith was like the 808 and everything was perfect. I feel like the 808 could have been turned down a little bit and you could have put some distortion on the 808 and got what you were looking for. For me, what I heard was that the 808 and the kick were kind of clashing, but they weren't clashing a frequency range reason. They were clashing because the volume of the 808 was so loud. It was like you were trying to get the 808 to sit into the beat better, and I get it. So you turned it up more, you boosted it, you did whatever. But simply putting a little bit of distortion would have gave you those upper harmonics that you were looking for in the beat. So songs a year old, I know you're not going to remake it. The vocals sounded good to me. I like the song. I like the vibe. I like the mix. Other than that 808, I just feel like that could have been just a little bit better, because since you turned the 808 up so much, I don't want to say it muddied up the mix, but I promise you if you turn that down and turn up a little bit of distortion, the mix would sound just a little bit cleaner. And that would, the mix would go from being a good mix, borderline great mix, to perfect mix. No, it does matter what DAW you use. I don't agree with that shit, man. Some DAWs you can't record into. So if you can't record into that DAW, it matters, or like, I don't know, man. Like when I was gonna start doing tutorials on LMMS, when I first started doing tutorials, fuck that shit, dude. Like it's a pain and it's a headache. And like DAWs don't matter when it comes to the sound of music that you're gonna make. So like the video I just did yesterday, I made everything, you know what I'm saying, from the keyboard. I took all the sounds off the keyboard and all that other shit. But your beat's gonna sound like you no matter what DAW you use. But depending on what DAW you use, it may limit you from being able to produce a solid ass song or be able to do some of the things that you want to do, So he is right. DAWs don't matter. Like, if I have FL Studio and you have Ableton, we both have great tools. We both can make fire music. It doesn't matter. But if your ass got LMS and I got FL Studio, I got an advantage over your ass. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm kicking you off my channel. That's what's happening. It happened. Sometimes you just gotta chill. Like sometimes all you gotta do is chill. Like literally all you gotta do sometimes is just chill. That's it. I don't understand that shit. Sometimes all you gotta do is just this. Enjoy the show. Wait for your turn. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, how can I piss this nigga off? You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever. I'm not upset. Let's go.
What is you banging, little nigga?
bust in my blunt, I be blazing these niggas. Running it up, you ain't phasing me, nigga. Hey, what is you banging, little nigga? I let out shots, I ain't grazing that nigga.
Fam, it's 2022. We're not doing this shit no more. We don't rap on songs and nigga be the only word we rap. We rhyme. You can use nigga in a song if you're black. You know what I'm saying? If you're not black, don't use that shit. But we're not doing this shit no more. Niggas been rapping nigga with nigga for fucking 30 years now. We are not doing that shit no more. I'm a fucking lyricist. So like you ain't send nothing to me. And all you're rapping is words nigga. That shit ain't gonna fly, my dude. This shit can't be heard on the radio. White people can't listen to this song. Mexican people can't listen to this song. Asian people can't listen to this song. You basically have, I don't know. I'm not trying to be an asshole either, but we're not doing that no more, dude. We're not doing rhyming the same word throughout a whole beat, trying to tell a story, just rhyming the same word. We're not doing that shit no more. The beat is banging though. All right. Yeah, I mean, again, Reaper's not a bad DAW. If you choose Reaper over FL Studio, that's cool. I mean, you know, again, if you choose whatever DAW, you want Ableton over FL Studio, you want Studio One over Ableton. That's not the point I'm trying to bring. All paid DAWs are straight. You're going to use whatever DAW you're comfortable with. I own Logic, I own Ableton, I own FL Studio, I own a Cubase. I mean, I own a bunch of plugins or a bunch of DAWs. I've used a ton of DAWs, but I'm just most comfortable making beats in FL Studio. I'm most comfortable now recording my vocals in Logic. You know, that's just how I'm comfortable making music. And it's not because necessarily a DAW is better than another DAW, but DAWs are better at certain things than other DAWs. Don't let nobody fool you on that shit. DAWs are, because people don't think the same. So like FL Studio, the piano roll and all that shit, the channel rack, second to none. There is no other DAW that's fucking with FL Studio. Ableton, there's nothing that's messing with Ableton when it comes to like warping and all that other stuff. Logic is just solid all around. Great sounds, great to record into, great program. You know, like Pro Tools, great program to record into, fucking convoluted, a lot of shit in there that they don't need, terrible to make beats in. So it's like, all DAWs aren't created equal, but you can create good stuff in almost all DAWs. Touch Tone DSG. You can't give away all the details, just yes or no, my dude. Did you get the call back today? Did you get the call back? He didn't message me back either, so he might have been busy as fuck. Or he might have just been taking care of what he needed to take care of for me. But yeah, let me know. Did you get that call back? Up next, I got Sergio. Let's go. Sweet. That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear, man. Y'all don't even know. Y'all don't even, well, I guess y'all do know, but like when I be telling y'all I'm about the community and I'm trying to I want to see everybody win. I'm trying to see everybody win, and there's people out here who know I'm trying to see everybody win. Like, I'm trying to get people opportunities they're not even asking for and shit. So just know that shit I be talking, I be sincere. Nah, Touchstone, you the GOAT, dog. I'm trying to get like you, my dude. I'm trying to get like you. You know what I'm saying? I'm GOAT in training, pimping. GOAT in training. All right, Sergio. So I just skipped it forward a little bit because I just wanted to hear a little bit more. So I know you're youngin, and I know you're starting out. Some of my suggestions would be to find more sounds. So you need more sounds. So just that synth sound isn't going the whole way because it gets repetitive. And once it gets repetitive, then the listener might not want to listen anymore. So, you want to make sure that you're finding different melodies, you're finding different sounds. I always recommend at a bare minimum when you're making a beat, you need to at least have the chords, you need to have a melody, and then you need to have a counter melody at a bare minimum. I always have at a bare minimum 2 counter melodies. It may not be a whole lot going on with like the second counter melody, but at a bare minimum, I do chords, I do a melody, I do a counter melody, and then I do another counter melody. And then I start getting to the drums. So that gives me all kinds of options. It makes it so easy to make a beat because I can just simply pull 2 away. You know what I'm saying? So like, let's say I use a piano, a guitar, a flute, you know what I'm saying? And I have a melody with the piano and chords with the piano. I have a guitar and a flute. At one point I can just play the piano and the piano melody. The next part I can play the chords and the guitar. The next part I can play the flute in the chords. So it makes it to where you can easily build a beat. You can easily change patterns up so that it doesn't ever get repetitive to the listener. And then like another thing I would recommend is like with the drums, just make sure that your drum patterns are all cohesive and that they all make sense. So like you don't want to have like drums just beating, for 30 seconds, that buildup is going to get tiring. So, if you're going to do a drum buildup, that drum buildup should only be like 5 seconds or something, 4 seconds, and then drop into the drop or whatever it is. And then I would turn down that synth noise too, because that was like the loudest noise in the song. Your drums should be the loudest sound in your song, not the synth noise. The synth noise wasn't a bad noise. Yeah, I just saw his message. I don't know if I did or not. I'm gonna check now. When you guys send me messages saying I skipped you or something like that in the middle of somebody else's song, I'm not gonna stop playing somebody's song to be like, oh, I skipped you, and then go back or whatever the case is. Just chill and wait until I'm done and then make the comment again. You know what I'm saying? So I just played, I see it right here. My bad.
You sit in traffic.
They ask you for the fucking
I go 0 to 100, nigga, real quick. And I've been snapping on them beats on some real shit. And if I get up on the mic, I'm about to kill it. Yo, I'm a problem, ain't nobody wanna deal with. Ill rhyme, spitter, go get a nigga, yeah, that's what they callin' on. I've been setting goals, nigga, I've been getting all of them. Ripping every track you put me on, I can promise them. Got the dangerous flow, shout out to Will Robinson. Got a shawty in my DM saying she gon' get with this. She ain't want a man, want a friend with some benefits. Body kinda thick, dark skin tone, licorice. Now we in the foreign, got her puffin' on the cannabis. Girl, you looking good when you going with the thick ties. And she kinda short, I tell her, baby, you just fun size. She be on my ground, leaving on them hard eyes. We gon' heat it up, beat it up till the sunrise. I'm on the downside, always downside. I'm on sunrise. I'm on the downside, always downside.
All right, so for this one, this one's all over the place for me. All right, so just bear with me on this one. All right, so I like the feel of the song. I like where you guys were going with the song. Certain things, I'm just gonna say this because I'm a real grown ass man. I'm old. You know what I'm saying? So things that make music hard to listen to is when you find a song or find an artist that you may like on SoundCloud, and when you listen to the song, you get into it, and then all of a sudden they start rapping about driving Lamborghinis and Ferraris and flights and all this shit that you're a SoundCloud rapper. No insult. I'm a YouTube rapper. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying I'm any more special. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no Lamborghini. I ain't got no Ferrari. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, it makes it, for a lot of old people, it makes it hard for us to listen to that music because we know that's not the life you're living. I just want to hear real shit. With that being said, the second verse was fucking fire. That shit was flame. Like, the second verse was the star of the show. The second verse was harder than the beat. The second verse was harder than the first verse. I like the first verse like right here. So the first verse was cool to about maybe like right here. And then when you start switching up the flow, I feel like the flow is off beat right here a little bit. So I feel like a lot of times when we start rapping fast and we're not, because if you rap fast, you have to ride the beat. You can't just rap fast and like be off beat or, you know, it not be copacetic because it doesn't sound right. And so right here, there's parts where you just have too many words. So sometimes just taking a the or taking an a out, just those simple one syllable words, it's not going to change the way the people receive the song. It's going to make the song sound better because it's going to make it flow better. So when those parts when it's like, you're like, and it's not flowing right, you take out a letter, an A or a the, and it's like, instead of the, you know, it's all over the place. And so those are things you have to think about if you want to rap fast, is how to make it sound copacetic or make it flow with the beat, because it has to flow with the beat if you're going to rap fast, or it doesn't sound the greatest. So, you know, other than that, I don't think the mix was that bad. I think on the first verse, like Touchtone said, you could pull the vocals up a little bit. You can pull them forward a little bit. I feel like the vocals on the second verse sat in the pocket right, though. Second verse was fire, though, dude. Whoever kicked that second verse was, man, that shit was fire. All right. Then, sorry, I didn't mean to skip you again, my dude. That was an accident. All right, Roy, I got you up, man. I stayed on here longer than I told you. I was giving y'all an hour tonight, man. I think I'm giving y'all about 2. I got a few more songs in me, and then I am gonna have to log off because I have to edit a video that I need to release tomorrow. It took me all day to record this video. I was just having technical difficulties after technical difficulties. And it's a plug-in roundup video too, so I had to get all the plugins. I had to make a beat. I had to do all that shit. You know, it was a long day of, and then I had meetings and stuff all morning. Dude, your boy got up at 8 o'clock this morning. I ain't going to bed till like 5. I got up at like 8, and I've been working from 8 o'clock this morning until now. I've literally been working the whole fucking day. I've probably taken like, you know, a couple minutes off here and there. Well, I feel like I've been working this whole fucking day, man. I'm like ready to like, and then I still got to edit a video and get it ready. That's another hours of work. Long day for your boy today. Not complaining, not crying, none of that stuff. None of that stuff. Just funny. All right, Roy, you are up. I hate when y'all send me like 3-4 songs. No problem. I know you guys don't. So just I don't know if you're still in here, Roy. I know I'm like, I hate when you guys send me. I don't mean that negatively, but like when you send somebody 4 songs and they've never heard your music before, I don't know what song to pick. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's up to you to decide what you think is the hardest piece of music that you have, and then you submit that one piece of music or make it the first one. So I typically always play the first one, you know, because that's the first one you put in the thing.
more swerves, I'll be home by 3. Baby got them curves, she put it all on me. I got no concerns, just let me be. What a fucking lie, fucking I believe. Few more swerves, I'll be home by 3. Baby got them curves, she put it all on me. I got no concerns, just let me be. What a fucking lie, fucking I believe. Souped up, cooped up, I'll be feeling higher than the rooftop. Blue socks, 2 fucks, these are new times, I got new locks. Same story, 2 parts, I'm hot, you not. Then I'm too far, no catching up. Few bars and I'm tapping out. They usually go off in comments, I wish you would say the shit to my face. Carry a lot on my shoulders, no other way, I do what it takes. This shit's not even a contest, if I get to play, you don't stand a chance. I put on a show, spread my name, you get the change and have a nice day. Few more swerves, I'll be home by 3. Baby got them curves, she put it all on me. I got no concerns, just let me be. What a fucking lie, fucking I believe.
Shoot for the stars, not pretending to land. I'm inside a rocket, the track is my right hand. But I'm in command, no GPS, only confessing my flight plan. So much so deep in the office, there's nothing to do when I leave. Got a light and tricks, I'm asleep. Got a team eating monsters, we paving the way, pressing play like a tiger. I don't deceive anybody, I got the skills pouring out of my body. I clearly body the beat in the bag, you can leave it at desk with a note in the lobby. I got a dozen locations, they need, I'll collect them and I gotta send it somebody. Then after the show, we will light up a Cyrus, split a Somali. Gonna be feeling so jolly, probably go for a ride in a Harley. I'm Joshy, ain't got it all locked in. I'm in a cockpit, bluntly doing a lot of things, fuck a logic, gin and tonic, spitting hops in, giving no mercy when we gon' hunting. I don't appear to release this, a bit of what seems to be inside of me like a fire that's growing every heartbeat.
Few more swerves, I'll be home by 3. Baby got them curves, she put it all on me.
Yo, where are you from, bro? Are you from the States? Because you sound like you might be like from, you know, somewhere in England. Like, I mean, you probably could be from the States, but you like the way your voice sounds. It sounds like you're like some kind of UK cat who can speak English or will speak like, you know, speak like an American or rap like an American. I could be completely wrong. You could be from fucking Oregon. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could be completely wrong. I only ask that because that kind of affects how I think of the song. Because if you're a UK cat and you're rapping like that, I think that's pretty fire. If you're an American cat and you're rapping like that, I feel like it could be a little better with the presentation. Like, I feel like your cadence can be a little bit better. I like the mix. I feel like the mix was good. I feel like the beat was solid. This isn't really my genre of music, so I'm not gonna sit up here and be like, I'm not the type of person who's gonna be like, I don't like something because it's not the type of music I would listen to. But just keep that in mind too. This isn't what I typically listen to. So as far as Israeli Americans, but I say that, my dude, because you don't sound like you're like you know, like you don't sound like you're just some regular ass motherfucker from America. So yeah, that is dope to me. That is dope to me. And I know that may sound dumb to some people. They may be like, well, that's not fair. You're going to change the way you think of a song because of somebody. Yeah, I am. I literally am. I am. Because I just feel like different cultures are going to attack things different ways. So like when I look at rappers, I don't look at like, and this is going to sound fucked up. You already know I'm not racist. I don't get down like that. But when I'm listening to rappers, I'm not thinking about like a white rapper the same way as I'm thinking about a black rapper, because we have different experiences. So they're going to rap different than we are. They have different rhythm, all that other stuff. Cool. I fuck with y'all, whatever. I'll collab, whatever. But I'm not judging, you know, a Mac Miller off of Jay-Z. I'm not judging an Eminem off of Kanye. They don't rap, none of their shit's similar, and they don't sound nothing alike. It don't sound, you know, it's just a different kind of groove. It's a different play on the culture, and that I do respect. So that does change my rating. You know, I think it's not bad at all. I didn't think it was bad at all in the first place, but I think it's dope. I think it's a little doper. Bring your culture to it. Black Lord, you are up. Make you feel better ASAP. Well, I do feel good now, but I appreciate that. Let me see. Just make sure. Oh, I seen something I wanted to comment on earlier. Viral said something that my desktop game ain't shit. Y'all already know how my desktop game is. And my PC computer, none of the computers I own. I don't own a computer with a pretty desktop screen. My shit is dysfunctional, and I love it.
You know, in life, we be going through things. You know, these feelings that can be on your mind, they can be real heavy. You gotta find a way to deal with them things, you know. And everybody deal with them differently. So you just gotta figure out how you feel.
Tell me how to feel. Show me that it's real. Now I'ma make a change. This gon' make a stay. Tell me how to feel. Show me that it's real.
Hey, so I'm gonna be 1,000 with you, my dude. I feel like this song can have potential, but whoever made the beat, that 808 is not the one. That 808 is not the one. Like, I can't even, the 808 is not the one. You need to, I would take this song down, and it's okay, because you only put it up 4 days ago. It's got a few views. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, don't feel discouraged. You know, it's part of the process. Like, Perk sent me a song earlier with Bam, and it was mix number 5 is what it said. So obviously that was his 5th mix that he'd done on that song before he was even ready to send it to me to listen to, you know, and he wasn't even going to release it yet. He just wanted me to hear it and stuff. So it's okay to put something out and it not be the finished product, and you pull it back and then you fix it and make it better. Think about a few years ago when, I don't know how he did it, but Kanye took his fucking album back from everybody who bought that shit. Well, we can't buy albums. You know, you can't buy shit, so you stream it. Well, you can, but you know, you stream it. And I don't know what they did, but they took all that shit out and then fucking revamped that shit in with the updated version of the CD, you know? So if Kanye West can fix his CD after it comes out, you can fix your song and make it hit. I think that your vocals were sounding good. But that 808 has to get fixed. It has to get fixed. Yeah, I have like songs I mix a ton of times, you know? Just because it sounds good today don't mean it's gonna sound good tomorrow. I can mix something so much that it sounds good to me right now, and I'm like, oh yeah, that sounds good. Because my ears are fatigued and I'm just done. I want it to sound good, so it sounds good, you know? You know, it is what it is. I'm gonna play Brilinto's other track because I told him I was going to.
Put it up in the sky with the clouds and the angels. Modern warfare, how I shoot it with the angle. Master Chief Elite, I shoot with beams like it's Halo. Send him up, I get him out of here. To infinity and beyond, Buzz Lightyear. Turn him to a pack, good gas, that's top tier. Not a nigga on this earth that I'll ever fear. The end's coming near. Try to fuck with me, your end's coming near. Feel like Jace, where you going, bitch, get over here. Seen that shawty in the party, bitch, get over here. I'm glad I'm the man that I am over all the years. A lot of blood, sweat, and work, but not a lot of tears. I done came a long way from that Cavalier. Got a long way to go before I start the chairs. I've been focused forward, but I know what's in the rear. Ain't gonna check the mirror, cause it's the only thing I fear. Cause I can't go back, no. Need that sack money roll. Get it through the back though. Fuck with me, this Glock will blow. Aiming at your head, we don't aim below. Bullets seeing through you like a nematode. Glock give kiss of death like you under a mistletoe. Bullets big as hell, hitting like a missile hoe. Send him up, I get him out of here. To infinity and beyond, Buzz Lightyear. Turn him to a pack, good gas, that's top tier. Not a nigga on this earth that I'll ever fear. The end's coming near. Try to fuck with me, your end's coming near. Feel like Jace, where you going, bitch, get over here. Seen that shawty in the party, bitch, get over here.
So on that one, my dude, I feel like Brilinto, here's what I feel like the problem is with the last two songs I heard. I don't think that song was bad, but I wish I had more time. I wish I had more time to help you find beats, because sometimes I have felt this in the past too. I think that you're doper than the beats that you choose sometimes. And if you are doper than the beats that you choose, what happens a lot of times is that you come down to the beat. You know what I'm saying? Because once you get a beat and that beat's done, and if you don't produce and you can't add anything to it, you don't know how to do anything to it, that beat's done. And so the beat can't get no better. And so the same thing as earlier, the beat was all right, but the beat caps you out because you as the vocalist can only do so much. So you as the vocalist can make a beat a 6 or a 7, or you can make a song a 6 or a 7, but you need the beat to make the song go from a 7 to a 10. So, I mean, and the same thing could be said for a beat too. You know, you can have a fire ass beat that could just make the song, you know, like come here little mama, let me whistle in your ear. That fucking, them vocals were garbage. Them niggas wasn't rapping about shit, but that beat was so hard, that doom, 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 doom. And the beat was so basic, but the beat was so hard that it carried the song. You as the artist can do the same thing. If you, well, to a degree though, because the beat ain't all the way banging, you can only carry the beat so far. So I feel like sometimes you could find a harder beat, but I don't know what you use for a production team. I don't know where you get your beats. I don't know if you make your beats. I don't know if your homies are making your beats, but I feel like it's time for you to find a producer and start working with that producer. Figure out how you and that producer can grow together and start building your brand like that. Everyone pointing eyes. See, my man right here is saying he's got beats for y'all. Holler at that dude. He just sent over something I said was fire. You know? And then y'all work together and y'all start building, y'all start growing, y'all start doing splits and stuff like that. And then what happens is, I'm going to do a video on a topic similar to this. I'm not going to give away what the video is going to be, but if you build a brand with somebody else, if you're a producer, because it's harder for a producer to blow up than it is for an artist, because an artist is a face. There's a face behind an artist. Most producers are faceless unless you have YouTube and you do videos and shit like that, but you only have a face to producers. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, or, you know, you have some listeners or whatever, but your following's not going to be, no producer's going to have a following like Lil Wayne. No producer's going to have a following like the Baby or Lil Baby or anything like that, because you see the artist, you hear their voice, you feel what they're saying. So you as a producer, sometimes producers just want to get paid right away. And they want their money, they want to get paid for the beats that they make and so on and so forth. And they want to charge whatever price it is that they want to charge. If you never sold no beats, then your price can't be the same as the motherfucker that's selling beats all the time, because this person has clientele. This person has built up a reputation for people are willing to spend money. They know every beat that he's going to have is going to be fire. When you're first starting out, you don't have nobody to co-sign for you. You don't have a catalog. Like, you need to get an opportunity. It's not the other way around. And a lot of times artists, producers are like, I'm not giving my beat up, but you're the one who needs an opportunity. So you need an opportunity for people to hear your beats. So sometimes finding an artist and growing with that artist opens up the door for you to be a bigger producer. Like, look at Lil Nas X. So when he dropped that song that, I don't remember what the name of the song is called anymore. That little, y'all know what song I'm talking about, man. Old Town Road. When he dropped that shit, some producer and him linked up. Neither one of them dudes had any credits. They never made any money off music. They were new to the game. And they just decided to put together a project together. And that's one of the songs that came out of that project. And now they're both made for life. So you don't know how it's going to happen. You don't know when it's going to happen. You don't know if it's going to happen. But if you don't exhaust your resources and you don't exhaust the ways that you can get your brand out to other people, sometimes that means giving beats away for free. Sometimes that means working for splits until you've established your brand. You're not going to grow at the rate that you want to grow at, I guess. All right. So this is going to be the last beat I'm going to play tonight. I'm going to go ahead and play Fox's song because I know he's here. These other people haven't, well, I've just played one of Brilinto's, but I don't know if Scory in the tracks here, Michael Blake, I don't know if you're here, Kate, I don't know if you're here. None of you guys have commented all night, so I don't know if you guys are here or you have different screen names. So since this is going to be the last play, I'm going to play somebody who's been commenting all night. I know they're in here. You know what I mean? That makes sense. Astro Boy, I'll play you too. I got you too, my dude. I'm going to stop after you, Astro Boy, because you're always in here too. You always comment on my stuff. I don't think I've got to play any of your music yet. I got you. Got you. It's funny because my camera's over here now. And so like I keep looking over here because on my setup, my camera's over here now. My camera used to be over here at my old place. So it's like, I'm like a fucking deer in a headlight right now looking for the camera. And then y'all know me. Normally I don't look at the camera when I be talking. I be looking at the screen. And the screen, my shit's fucked up right now. The way I'm set up right now. That little whistle fire. Yo, bro, this is fire. I'm gonna stop it here though, because I'm gonna go back and play some of the other tracks. Again, I know people come and go. Common sense should tell you if I'm like, hey, you guys haven't commented, you're not here, I'm just gonna go ahead and play these people. If you comment in the chat, hey, I'm here, I'm probably gonna go back and play the chat, right? Pretty legit, dude. You know, I'll be rocking with y'all. Y'all don't be going hard on y'all. You don't have to go back to spam the chat. All you have to be like, I'm here. I'm like, oh, okay, I'll play your shit. You know what I'm saying? Just like I said, I was gonna play one more song. And Astro Boy made a comment like, ah, you're always here. I don't play your stuff. I'll play it. I'll probably go back and play it. You don't got to spam the chat. Just be like, hey man, I'm here. And then I got you. So just like Music Hurts. Music Hurts, what's your YouTube name though? So sometimes that's what kills y'all too. Is like if you're commenting, but this name is different than the name on YouTube. I don't know how to find you, you know, like I don't have the answers, I guess. Where is and then again, I don't need all of you guys to tag me. I don't need everybody in the chat to tag me. All right. I don't need that stress in my life. Just wait for the song to be over and wait for me to respond before y'all freaking spam the chat what you skip me or whatever the case is. Let me try to rectify the situation before you rake me over the coals, you know? Let's go. Oh, hold on. So my critique on that last song though, that shit was fire, dude. I did not expect for that. I don't even know if I consider that synthwave R. I don't even know what I consider that shit. Like somebody said, I consider that like some soundtrack music. Like I could see like, it sounded like Johnny Cash-ish to me. You know what I'm saying? Like something like Johnny Cash would have sang. I really like the beat and I like the cover, but I really wish that the vocals would have been pulled forward just a little bit more. I feel like the vocals needed like a little bit of top-ended shine just to make them shine the way that they should have, because you can sing, so your vocals should shine. So you need to put that little bit of extra shine, send them to another bus, and then throw that little high shelf on there. And, you know what I'm saying, boost your little, you know, whatever, 15K or whatever frequency so that you can get that little top-end sheen on there. Good track though.
Don't let nobody get in between.
Oh, and then I just asked Music Hurts, what's your name? Like I skipped you, but what's your name? Well, I still haven't got a name. So if I don't get a name by the time I hear that in this song, it's gonna be, I'm giving you 3 minutes. Whatever the YouTube name was, if I skipped it, I'll go back and play it. If you don't give me a name, I'm not gonna go back and play it though. I'm gonna play Astro Boy and then I'm gonna be done because I gotta mix it. I gotta edit a video, and it's gonna take me forever to edit the video. But I got a job to do. Like I said, I've been working all day. I'm on like hour 16 and I still have hours to go. So
You and your creation. One sound, they gotta be that. It ain't good cause you know. I can't tell you, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't thinking about the masses yet. I'm thinking about my hood. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, nah, I gotta drop another one for the hood. As long as you ain't on no sucker shit.
One night in town, my team around, throwing money, then watch them hit the ground, then bring it back up, she bring it back up, put them in that black truck, so many girls they lapped up, I see you leaning, diddy bopping, let's get it poppin', I said let's get it poppin', just look at how she drop it, Lil' mama certified pro, she need her own show, slide on down that pole and grind slow, hell no I ain't count my dough, I came to blow it all, and do my thing, trying to find Miss Know-It-All, and I got my cup filled, you see how them bucks peel, young pimp, see I grab me up a chicken just chill, of the club, with a stack full of dubs, drop it low, like a pro, bring it back, that's what's up, all my dogs up in here, and it's dope, everywhere.
So on this one, the beat's fire, but I feel like the vocal that you chose to sample, I don't feel like Wiz Khalifa fits on this beat. It's like a super hard drill beat. I mean, I guess I haven't been listening to Wiz Khalifa lately. He don't make music for me, but I don't feel like I mean, I get the tempos matched and shit, but if you're listening to it, especially from somebody who raps and does music, you know that's not the rap. He didn't rap on the song. You know what I'm saying? Like there's like RK Bot sends stuff over and it'll be like, you know, he'll make a boom bap beat. He'll throw some Jay-Z shit on there. And it sounds like that's the shit that Jay-Z would have kicked on. For this, I feel like, I mean, I guess I haven't even heard the song though that Wiz Khalifa's rapping on, but it just doesn't sound natural to me. It doesn't sound like when you remix a song. Skip all that. The beat's fire. The beat's what you did. The beat's fire. The beat is top notch from top to bottom. Like the beat's mixed well, it's arranged well, you have good patterns, you have all that good stuff. I would just get that vocal. I would just get that vocal out of here. I'd go find somebody else. I wouldn't use that vocal. Naffy, what's good? I got you, Mike. See, I got you. Let's go. Sound like Whitney Houston about to come out and start singing to this. I would have had chords go there. This beat sounds cool. It's interesting. You got a lot of flavor, but I feel like the one thing that I would like to hear from this beat is there be some breaks. So there's some part where you let the drums breathe, because we're like a minute 40 into the beat and the drums haven't breathed yet. I always say that because you need to take the drums out, even if it's a synthwave beat, doesn't matter. At some point in time, you need to take the drums out just for a little bit, because when you take the drums out, it builds anticipation for the drums to come back, and it makes the listener want to listen to the beat even longer because they're familiar with those drums and they're ready for those drums to come back. So just think about when you listen to a song and then it has a little break for a moment and it's doing some shit, and then all of a sudden, bam, the drums and everything smack back in. You're ready for that shit, and that's when the stank face comes. So just think about that. When you're making beats, when you make beats, think about what makes you move for the beat. You know what I'm saying? I'm not telling you like let's say you listen to trap beats, but you make synthwave beats. I'm not telling you to go make a trap beat. What I'm saying is think about the things in whatever kind of music that you listen to that you like. So the peaks and valleys, where you like the peaks and valleys, where you like the beat to be exciting and calm down to a valley, then back up into a peak, or so on and so forth. You have to think about that with your music too, because you did a good job with like the melodic pieces, and all the melodic pieces, it doesn't sound repetitive. So you did a lot of good job of switching out melodic pieces and moving that stuff around so that that part doesn't get boring. But at some point, just let them drums breathe for a little bit, and I promise you, your beat's going to be so much harder. And then as far as the mix, it's just a little low. So I don't think it's a bad mix, but I think you need to bring the loudness of the mix up. So I don't know if that's whether it's you're still in the mixing stage or you're ready to go to the mastering stage. But now you need to just get the volume of that beat up so that it sounds like, you know, every other beat that's on the market. Oh, damn it. Well, still, the breakdown, we're a minute and 41 seconds into the beat, and now we're just about to get the breakdown. So think about it like that too. So I did pause it, but again, we're a minute 41 into the beat, and we haven't gotten a break yet. So not a bad beat. Again, I'm not saying it's a bad beat. I'm just saying that one little thing, I promise you, somewhere around here, put a little break in. I guarantee you it'll make a difference you didn't think it was going to make in the beat. All right, up next, I got Astro Boy, Andromeda. This is the last beat I am playing tonight. Do not send me a super chat. If you send a super chat, it is just a donation to the channel, and I am thanking you now. But let's go. This shit sounds like it's about to go dumb. This beat goes ham. I would have rapped to this if that mic didn't have latency. This shit, that noise is fire. You need more of that noise in this beat. Hey, you need to start the second verse off with that doot doot. That's what you need to start the second verse off with. You need to take all the drums off, run whatever you're using for your chords, and then for the first 8 bars or whatever, if it's a trap beat, you know, if it's double time, 8 bars. If it's regular time, 4 bars. But that doop doop bloop, because that's the hard. The beat's solid. The mix is a little chaotic, but the beat overall is solid. The hardest noise in that whole beat is the noise that you only use for the chorus. Well, in my personal opinion. So I feel like that would be a nice little switch for that second verse when the second verse comes in. Just to have that playing, because that's the easiest switch up that you have to make. And now it sounds like you've done more to your beat than really you did. You just put a different pattern in, you know? I think that would be nice. I think that the kick drum should hit a little bit harder. I feel like, I'm not sure if it's sidechained to the 808, but the 808's hitting harder than the kick at the initial hit. So you don't really get the full kick. They're fighting with each other. So maybe sidechain that. And that might help with the mix a little bit, because when everything's hitting on that initial transient, like when your chords hit, your 808 hits, when your kick hits, when all that stuff's hitting, your synth's hitting, I think everything's hitting on that first note, it's kind of chaotic because I'm not sure what the EQ was looking like. And so that's kind of making the mix not sound as clean as it should. Then another thing I might recommend is figuring out the balance between your melodies and your 808s, because they're not balanced. It feels like the melodies could probably come up a little bit, but I don't want to just tell you to start turning up the melodies, because it's gonna distort the mix. You know what I'm saying? So like right now your mix is like this, drums are a little higher than your melody. I'm not gonna say just to turn it up, because you might not balance it. So it's a matter of balancing it. So having the meet. So pull one up as you're pulling the other one down, have a meet in the middle, and then the mix, it should mix well. And then you can fix your mix from there. You know, you can master from there, or you can adjust your levels from there, if that makes sense. Well, see, and that might be the problem too, my dude. So if it's peaking, then maybe that's the balance. You need to pull down the drums. Maybe just pull down the drums a little bit, and then see where you're looking at. Or I'm sorry, pull down the 808 a little bit, and then see where the drum's sitting at. And then if you sidechain the kick to the 808, even if it's clipping, when you sidechain the kick to the 808, the sidechain is going to allow for the kick to hit, and then as soon as that initial transient goes, the 808 is going to go. So you're not going to miss the 808. And I'm not saying that sidechaining is the answer for every single beat, but on this beat, I feel like a sidechain would be good for you, because it'd make that kick slap through for you. You know? Yeah, Kari. I mean, I did not go because I didn't want to not go. We just are. Where my studio is at, it's just too far from the Wi-Fi. Like I can't even barely get on the internet when I be in the studio and shit area. So I had to move a little bit closer. And I don't know how I'm going to be streaming moving forward, because I mean, I'm going to do Sunday streams because I know those are the streams that you guys like the most. But I don't know how. I just don't want to. I don't like moving my studio every single day in order to stream. I know that's like something that's so small, but it's like, I don't say this to sound fucked up, but I literally stream to hang out with y'all. Like on Wednesdays and Fridays, I literally stream just to hang out with y'all. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't make no money. I'm not asking for donations all the time. I'm not doing all that shit, you know? Granted, I do take, super chats, whatever. You guys already know what time it is, what it is. But I don't beg you guys for them. Don't ask for them at no point in time during the stream. But tearing down my whole studio 3 times a week to stream, and then having to build it back up, because I have to build it back up because like I'm producing a lot of videos. I'm going to start doing different kinds of content too, creating different channels. It's just too much. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to have to tear my camera down, tear down the camera stand, tear down my computers, get my fucking move all my, because the way everything's set up, like I have this box. Oh, it's not coming back either. They're not going to give it back to me either. I have to shut the damn system down and open it back up in order to get that shit to pop back up. That's fucking stupid. Well, yeah, we might be done. We might be done here. I was going to talk for a little bit, but we might be done here. Yeah, we're done here. All right, well. No sound either. Oh, yeah, you're getting sound now. Yeah, I don't know. I accidentally unplugged my box when I was showing it to you guys, and then I lost. It won't give me the cam link back until I shut down Streamlabs and open it back up. But I was done anyway. So, you guys already know what time it is, man. I appreciate y'all as always. I can't promise I'm gonna stream on Wednesday. I don't know. If I'm on, I'm on. If I'm not, I'm sorry. I will try to stream though. I will stream Sunday, and I'll try to stream either Wednesday or Friday. I'll give y'all at least one day. It just depends on what Wednesday looks like, Wednesday night looks like. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all as always. Somebody asked what video I was working on. It's a video for tomorrow, so I'll probably be up for the next 12:30. Oh no, it's only 10:30. Okay, yeah, that's not no problem. Yeah, I'll probably be up for a few hours editing videos, and then I'll go to sleep or whatnot. But appreciate y'all as always, man. Y'all have a good night, man, and I will